Professional wrestling. There he is. Who needs
You got us? Yeah, you got us. We're on camera, baby. We're on camera. We're on camera.
Who needs to see me when we have the real star?
Yes, we're on camera now. We're on camera, big dog.
Wrestling fans, again, welcome to another installment of the 9th annual Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fanfest. It is becoming a mouthful to say, but it's almost like a second language at this point. We wish we could have brought you the live wrestling event in 2020, but we're doing the second best thing, which is bring the superstars to your home or wherever you may be right now. Could be on a phone out in the park right now at a restaurant, but very happy to be joined by a man that did it all in the World Wrestling Federation for 6+ years. Then again, in another decade in the 2000s, we're talking about future Hall of Famer, the Native American Tatanka.
Thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure. I want to say hello to everyone out there. Thank you for joining us for this virtual meet and greet, virtual signing. We've been having a lot of fun doing the episodes, talking about just a great era of wrestling, the 80s and 90s, that golden era, talking about the biggest names in the wrestling industry, some great experiences. You guys got to see the episodes. They'll be coming up soon, but we're looking forward to the virtual signing. Hope you guys are having a great beginning of your holiday season. I want to wish all of you right now a Merry Christmas and, of course, a very happy and prosperous new year for 2021. I know it's been crazy for 2020. I've been doing some of these virtual realities a lot. I'm booked a lot, being on contract with WWE on a Legends deal. We're very busy. Not only are we busy still with third party, but doing stuff with WWE. And one of the things we've been doing are these virtual realities, and they've turned out fantastic. It's a great way for us still to be able to connect with you, the awesome fan base, the awesome WWE universe. So we appreciate all you guys' support. Looking forward to Q&As, looking forward to autographing, and we have a couple very special items, one very special item, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. Dan can explain that, okay?
You heard it, folks. Head on over to bostonwrestling.com right now. If you're watching on YouTube, if you go to the blue bar above, there's a link. It takes you directly to the Tatanka event page. You can order your autographed photos. The VIP packages is part of the toy drive itself. Tatanka is a man that comes well-traveled. Again, we send him great thanks. We tape some tremendous content for our Wrestling Insiders talk show program. We hope to make him a regular recurring guest. I think you guys are absolutely going to love it. If you love early 90s WWF professional wrestling and some of the great experiences, the memories, the legends, the events, the places, but that is to come in the near future. Tonight, it's all about this man right here. We wish he was here. We had a light go out in the middle of one of the shows.
Yes, we did.
I think that could have been a rib.
Yes.
It could have been a rib.
Could have been a rib. Yes.
But because you guys are always looking for variety, I said to Tatanka, I said, do you have anything you might be able to bring along? Maybe to sprucing it up beyond the autograph photos and the posters and such. And before we begin, I believe he signed 647 photos before we even went on the air tonight. And if whatever we have left over tonight, he's going to add those to the drive. But look at some of the cool collectibles to his left on camera. He has brought with him some, I think they're called mini brawlers.
Yep, these are the micro brawlers right here. These are absolutely awesome. They just came out. Again, I want to let you know, too, these are the micro brawlers. Again, Pro Wrestling Crate. I have a very limited supply. We've already been selling these. I've been selling out quickly. If you guys are interested in these, maybe we might do a deal tonight since we're here, since it is for Paul Bear. I've been doing these on my website for 50% plus $5 shipping. That is come signed.
Signed.
Or come signed. 50.
You'll sign them for that price.
Oh yes, I'll
Wow.
sign up for that
All
price.
right.
If you buy them just by themselves, they're like $25 if you buy them by themselves, but they're not signed. These are mine. I have a limited supply, brand spanking new, so 50 plus $5 shipping. If you're interested, we can give you the PayPal account. Plus, we have something very, very special. We've been talking about 90s. Go ahead.
I want this for the set, so no one buy it.
Okay.
This is beautiful.
This is beautiful. We're talking about, let Tatanka stand up on this one here. This is the official ring gear of Tatanka, the 90s ring gear. This is a very popular, one of my most popular ring gears, loincloths that I wore, which is the famous Thunderbird. We were talking earlier, we had 500 matches a year. I can't tell you how many loincloths and how many trunks and gear that I would have to buy just to go through a year. So this is one of my most famous loincloths. If you, all you got to do is pull up Google right now, pull up Tatanka right now, go to the images, and you will see this loincloth with the red Thunderbird. We've been doing these all over before COVID. We've been doing these for collectors worldwide, and these have been going easily.
I think 1,500 easy.
Well, 1,500 has been. It's funny you brought that number, but
$1,500, folks. You can take that home for Christmas. Unbelievable.
Correct. 1,500 is the standard price. But Dan asked me to do something special here tonight. Paul Bearer, I traveled with him. My traveling partners when I first came into the WWF was the Dead Man Undertaker, Mark Calloway, and Paul Bearer. I spent a majority of my time traveling the roads in the car with just those two, or just Undertaker and myself. So what we're doing tonight, because of COVID, these are actually have sold for $1,500. Tonight, we're doing this for 50% off. Yeah, you heard that right, correct. 50% off, only $750. Wow. It will come with a free 8x10 signed. Also, it'll come, since it's Christmas, because it's about the joy of giving. It's just not about taking, it's about giving. So we're going to give, with this loincloth purchase, 3 of these magnets for free, 4x4, 4x5 magnets. Why? So you can give some friends some Christmas gifts. And plus, I will also give you 3 of the WWE or WWF Legend magnet. Wow. So then you're going to get 3 of those. So that's 6 magnets, okay? And then one last thing. We have a special Wrestling Legends signature card. I will sign 3 of these for you for free. So you're going to get, in addition, with all of this, you can get 9 separate items, 6 magnets, 3 Legends cards, plus you get the loincloth, plus 1 free 8x10. This is like, let's make a deal. You're getting a tremendous deal, something as a Christmas package so that we can give back. The same reason we're here tonight for this toy charity drive. That's why we're here. So I wanted to do a special deal for you guys.
I suggested a deal, maybe where it was the holiday season and we're here for the toy drive, but I didn't think you were going to go 50% off. I'm a little surprised.
Off. Yeah, 50% off.
Well, folks, you have a man with a heart here. One of the great superstars of one of the great areas of professional wrestling. If you're tuning in a few minutes late, as folks continue to join us and checking in on the YouTube, we're live around the world on Facebook. If you could share the link with your friends across social media, it would be appreciated. I see our regular friends, Fox Guy, Julian, Maria Davis.
What's going on, everybody?
Slick Rick B.
Slick Rick? That sounds like Ric Flair. Where's Slick Rick at?
Slick Rick is up in Maine. He lives near Tony Atlas.
Ah, I see you now, Slick Rick. Yeah, cool.
Our junior ambassador that we mentioned earlier on, Devon, actually popped in. Our 15-year-old up the street that's headed south to Florida in a couple of days. He may have something fun to look forward to for Christmas. H&M Limousine, he just had a drawing done by Tony. I tell you, again, if you guys love the talk show content, you're in for some treats this winter with the content that Tatanka and I produced today. But tonight, it's all about this guy. It's all about this guy. We ask you if you're going to take part in a Christmas toy drive in 2020, if you're part of the professional wrestling community, take part in a wrestling-themed toy drive. You know, there's a million of those Salvation Army bell ringers, and they do a lot of great work. And
Yes,
there's a lot of people that'll donate to them. But the wrestling community, we're special. We're unique. We're a smaller fraternity than maybe the like my good friend Maria Davis in the NFL and such. So we have great 4 different 8x10 photos you can pick from of Tatanka. We have the VIP packages available, and Tatanka brought ring-worn gear. He's got micro brawlers of himself from circa maybe 1993. Tatanka.
Those are brand new, just came out. Really cool. And guys, as you're out there too, I got a brand new figure coming out in the stores, Target exclusive. It's actually an WWF Legends Elite Collection Series 9 in my original debut ring gear with the long white tights. Everyone's been waiting for it. Guys, get it, because my last Elite sold out and was actually in the top 10 list of all WWE figures selling at the time. I was selling in the top 10 list of the current WWE stars. So again, they just did an awesome job with my action figure. Mattel did a great job.
And the new one, it's got that classic 92 look.
Yes.
We have a super chat question from our friend Christ. As a matter of fact, is his name. Memories from WrestleMania 8. Was Flair supposed to go over on Savage? I guess 2 different questions.
I understand that Flair was supposed to go over Savage, but I've also,
really?
Yeah, I've also heard that it wasn't supposed to be that way.
I don't think it did the feud any favors by having the babyface get the title so quick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I agree. The typical way in our business, what he's saying there is the heel gets the title and the babyface chases to get the longevity out of a storyline, and then the babyface conquers and gets the title. You just get so much more out of it that way. Absolutely. Than doing it the opposite way.
I'd imagine if that went through, and their feud went on all year, but imagine if they waited for the title change to SummerSlam or Survivor Series, and then, but I think part of it Elizabeth, she was still there at WrestleMania 8, so she didn't even vanish.
Yeah, and WrestleMania was 8 for me, was great for me, my first WrestleMania, Rick the Model Martel, Indiana Hoosier Dome, 80,000 people. I'm truly Native American, as everyone knows now. I'm an official member, just not saying I'm Native. I'm an official member with my bloodline traced all the way back to the 1800s, the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina. So I actually had my tribe that came out beforehand at the WrestleMania 8. Right before I came out, my actually singing and dance group, drumming group and singing group and dancers were actually there. Also, one of the chiefs, Chief Ray Little Turtle, was there. So that was a very special event for me. Not only my first WrestleMania, but representing not only my tribe, but all Native Americans throughout the United States, all First Nations in Canada, all indigenous people worldwide. But it was also my first victory at a WrestleMania by defeating Rick the Model Martel, a veteran and a great superstar during that time at WWF.
As we talked, it's all about that credibility.
Of course, credibility.
And fans, just so you know, I'm not being rude talking on my phone because we've had so many of these endeavors. It's been kind of hard to get the studio help. So it's just myself and, as Marty Jannetty calls him, Matt Daddy, in the other room. So we're a 2-man team,
Matt Daddy,
along with the Native American Tatanka.
Cool.
I'm just trying to keep track of your orders. We have a comment, a super chat.
Got all kind of cameras everywhere, though, man. We got 4 big cameras. You think we're at WWE, man?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's finest, Maria Davis. Maria. Tatanka, hello, you are great.
Oh, thank you. I see people. I still have my Tatanka poster from 92, Road Warrior Max. Cool, man. That was a hot poster, too, man. We were talking about that earlier. Hey,
is that the one where you kind of went?
Yeah, I was like this. Hey, guess what? Gimmick infringement. Randy Orton stole it from Tatanka. Okay, Tatanka had it first. No, Randy Orton, I know you. Okay, we're buddies, but no. Gimmick infringement. You took it from Tatanka. Look at the poster. Look at the pose. Looks just like the Randy Orton pose.
I never thought about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. The one that I started with. That was a hot poster. Very, very hot poster.
So
That's the
hot,
one Undertaker. When I was doing that photo shoot, who I traveled with and we became friends with, Undertaker was sitting 5 feet away from me going, look at this new kid coming in. I'm doing my photo shoot, and he's going to look at him. He's already getting posters. He's already getting T-shirts. He was just joking because we'd already got buddy by that time. But I remember very well when I was doing my photo shoot, Dead Man was there, Taker.
I'm sorry I missed the name, but we had another great Super Chat question come in. Tatanka, when Elizabeth ran in to help Savage at WrestleMania 8, she should have turned on him and helped Flair win. Savage gets his revenge on both of them at Wembley SummerSlam. That would have been pretty cool.
That's good. Yes,
people got
some great creative ideas, man. Fan base, the WWE universe got some great ideas, man.
At that point, I think that Elizabeth had her eyes on others, but that's a different story for a different time. And she was done with WWF by April of '92, so just a couple of weeks after.
I see someone asking if I'm a real medicine man. Tatanka, who was getting the most reps on the road when you came into 1992? Well, you know what's so different about our business? When I came back in 2005, no, excuse me, I'm sorry. It was actually it was. What am I sorry? I'm correct. 2005. When I came back to SmackDown, but actually I was making a one-time appearance at the what was it again?
The Homecoming?
No, not Homecoming. It was for
the Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene Gold Invitational match when he had the feud going with Kurt Angle. I came back. It was only supposed to have been one appearance, but the fans popped so much that when I came back to the curtain, they were already talking to me about a contract. Shawn Michaels was the one who was telling me, man, how things have changed. I see you talking about, girls and all that kind of stuff. The fan base during our time after a show, you would go back to the hotel, wherever that was. It was jam-packed with all the fans. You'd have to squeeze to get through the crowd that was at the hotel just to be able to get to your room to put your bags up. The Marriott or wherever we were staying at the time was jam-packed. Today, I've been with WWE on contract today with the booking. I've done WrestleMania just a few years ago. There's no fans at the hotels anymore. It's like crickets. That's what Sean said, that excitement, that fun, the fan base connecting with us after the shows wasn't like it was back in the 90s. It was tremendous during that time, Dan. Tremendous.
I don't know if we'll ever be able to replicate that era. I remember I told you I broke in when I was 13, and we'd be around the WWF shows with the indie guys in the locker room and be lucky enough, and you'd have just that little staircase headed into the locker room. It would just be filled with just the rats. It's almost like once the rats went away, the business died. Not to get too personal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Even that was part of the fabric of the regular monthly tours.
And literally, I'm telling you, it would be jam packed. You say the motels love this. I mean, I can't tell you, the motels were jam packed. Not only selling out all their food, but all of their liquor with everybody.
Because all the fans would come.
All the fan base at every hotel, every single night, everywhere. It was just a different era, guys, the 80s and 90s, even though I didn't start till the 90s. Just, man, the excitement, it was like thick in the air. It was just amazing. We'd pull up the buildings on international tours. There'd be thousands of fans outside dressed up like Undertaker, Razor Ramon, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, Legion of Doom, Tatanka, Bam Bam Bigelow. Everyone looked like us. It was just tremendous. It was just a special time.
And not only that, we were talking about during the interview some of the big European tours. I mean, where business started to decline around 92 because of the various scandals. Look at the boom, almost the 80s boom occurred in Europe starting in 92.
Correct.
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It was absolutely
unbelievable.
Bench press, I'm still training. You can see I'm in great shape. I'm still working out like a big dog 5 days a week. Got my own gym at my house, 2.5 garage, like Sheamus. I got it all set up. I've got a son who just became GC8 Player of the Year in football. He's a junior in high school. You need to know his name, Joseph Tatanka Chavis, because he's going to go to college. Name? Yep, Tatanka is his middle name. He just became GC8 Defensive Player of the Year. Big accomplishment. My other son, two-time state champion and grand wrestling champion, meaning he won 4 tournaments in one season, and he's only 11 years old. So we work out like crazy. Probably my heaviest bench around that time. I did competitive powerlifting, got into bodybuilding. I'd probably do my heaviest bench is probably 500 pounds. 500 pounds, 700-pound deadlifts. I can't remember my squat during that time, but we actually competed powerlifting. But I've done 1,000-pound leg presses, and that's after powerlifting.
Wow.
Very, very strong legs. So workout is very, very important. That's where you stay young. That's where you take care of yourself.
All right, Pamela, we just get your order in. I'm trying to figure out, it looks like you wanted photo number 1. I'm just trying to figure out which one that is.
Yep,
it's this beautiful one.
I see July the 4th in Intrepid. That was a lot of fun being on the Intrepid. Picking up Yokozuna, 560 pounds in New York. Yes, it's a different era. I see what you said, sad. Yes, it's totally different. I'm so honored to be part. Didn't realize it then, but I realize it now, traveling all over the world. All anyone wants to talk about is the 80s and 90s. And guys, before we start signing, I can't impress to you what a deal this is. Look on Google right now. You'll see me with the peace pipe. You'll see me with different poses with this loincloth on. It's one of the popular designs that I had many of at the beginning of my career. This is early 90s, and they'll tell you it's in mint condition.
It's
mint condition. It's beautiful.
Hand-painted.
Always,
that's not a print.
Always
hand
painted. 1,500 tonight, 750, free 8x10, 6 free magnets, and 3 Wrestling Legends cards free. That means you can give 9 gifts to anybody you want and still get something very special right now for 50% off the fee.
If you're interested in that, folks, leave a message in the comments because we have the special PayPal address for that package. But $750,
phenomenal.
The first autograph has come in from our friend Pamela.
Good picture, Pamela.
Pamela, thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. And for helping such a great cause. You're a good soul. And like I said, not everybody can afford to contribute. We get it. 2020 has been a tough year. But even if you could share the link to the Facebook stream, to the YouTube stream, we'd appreciate it kindly. Let's get the fans in here. Let's have some fun. We always love to have the regulars that join us. Look at the numbers continue to keep going up.
Keep going up, baby.
People watching. Look at that.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Ibs Arroyo met Chris last summer in Lakewood, New Jersey. We spoke for 15 minutes and said he loved coming out of the limo in a suit with Ted DiBiase in 94 and that the Lex Steel cage match was fun and hurt a lot. Hope to see you again here in New Jersey soon.
Awesome. Pamela, there's your picture. We appreciate your support. Thank you very much. A great shot. That's also part of the WWE Legends Topps cards. They use that image, WWE, on the Topps cards for the Legends cards.
Pamela?
So great 8x10.
Pamela, I'm going to mail that with these 2 hands myself this week. We got a question from John Lewis, helping the cause. Should Tommy Rich be in the Hall of Fame?
Tommy Rich,
Wildfire.
Man. Yeah, Wildfire. Yeah. Everyone has brought that up before. They'd love to see Tommy Rich in there. What's so great about WWE now, they got all the archives of all these different groups and wrestling groups. So, really anybody can get into the Hall of Fame now, the WWE Hall of Fame, meaning you didn't have to necessarily just wrestle at WWE. Also, look at all the celebrities that have got in. So, as we say in wrestling, never say never, because you'd be surprised what happens when you say never, and it does happen. So, a lot of people like Wildfire Tommy Rich, especially like how he talks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tony Atlas's good friend Wildfire Tommy Rich, former NWA World Champion. I could certainly see that happening at some point. Well, we got another message from Christ Savior 888. Early 1992 memories of HBK. Funny stories.
Funny stories. Probably the funny story of him sitting in the ring doing the feathers like this with his legs crossed and getting Tatanka all peed off. So I chased him down. But, man, I had a great time with Shawn Michaels. I mean, right before WrestleMania 9, all the matches that we had on Raw, all the TV matches that we had before. Again, WrestleMania 9 where Tatanka defeated, yes, HBK, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. Should have had him beat at WrestleMania 9, but that's another story. I did have him beat, okay, but I should have had the title. I got the win at WrestleMania 9, but I should have had a title. That's a different story.
As Howard Finkel says, titles can only change on a pinfall or submission.
There you go.
So
you got it.
We have a question from one of our super fan of super fans, Tania Smokey. Sometimes I call her Stony by accident. Her question was, what did you think when your undefeated streak came to an end?
Well, first of all, very, very happy because I had an undefeated streak that went for 2 years. So how could I be unhappy? It already went for 2 years. It was already at the time being talked about as the longest running streak in WWE or WWF at the time. The only person that had one like that before and longer was when it was Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which was Andre the Giant.
And Andre,
Andre. That's when you go back to a longer winning streak. So for a World Wrestling Federation, going 2 years undefeated with the talent that was at WWF at that time, totally happy. Actually, did it hurt me at all? No, it didn't, because the guy who beat me, and let me just tell you how they protected Tatanka then. First of all, they had Yokozuna, the champion, come out with also his manager, Mr. Fuji. So you had Yokozuna, 560-pound champion, Mr. Fuji, and you had Ludwig Borga that just didn't beat me. He had to hit me from behind after the distraction from Yokozuna with a steel chair. And believe me, he hit me with that steel chair. You felt that shot. It was like a shot around the world. So it took 3 people and a foreign object to beat Tatanka. That's how you protect talent that you want to continue doing things with. And actually, I was even hotter when I came back because when they announced Ludwig, they got the boos. And when they announced me, my pop was even bigger. So it didn't hurt you. It only helped us even more because they wanted to see me destroy Ludwig Borga. And again, everything has worked out right because here we are on a WWE Legends contract. So I'm very, very thankful.
All right. Hi, Jonathan in Limerick Island. Any good stories of working with Bam Bam? Tatanka has the nicest autograph in the business.
Oh, thank you. A lot of people just said that. Great autograph. People love that from the last signing I just had a few days ago. Bam Bam was just tremendous. Fantastic talent. Who can get in the ring at 400 pounds and do the things that he was doing? He was doing a savate kick. He was doing drop kicks. He was doing cartwheels. And he was doing a moonsault, 400 pounds off the top rope. He was a perfect villain, and I was the perfect-looking baby face at the time. We had perfect chemistry, and I could tell you, I wrestled him at Berlin. I remember this on a international tour. Berlin was completely sold out. They were so loud in Berlin when me and Bam Bam got in the ring. They were screaming so loud, the ring was actually vibrating. Wow. I could have yelled at Bam Bam across the ring, and he would not have even heard me. That's how loud they were. Me and Bam Bam just had great chemistry. One of the things, we miss Bam Bam, rest in peace. One of the things Bam Bam said was some of his greatest matches was with the Native American Tatanka. Same thing, me, some of my greatest matches, definitely with Bam Bam Bigelow.
Isban, I read your question once. Would you mind repeating it just so I can make sure Tatanka got it? We want to take care of the great fans that help with the super chat. Again, the autograph photos are available.
A lot more people coming in the room. Keep coming in, guys. Don't forget.
Share the link. Share the link, baby, and look at that.
True ring worn gear right here, guys.
He's only one.
Only one. Awesome opportunity. I only brought one today. This is from the 90s. You can pull me up right now, Google. You'll see me in these loincloths. This is one of my famous designs, the Red Thunderbird. So, guys, 50% off tonight. We're doing that because of the event that we're here with the Paul Bearer, again, toy drive.
That's nuts. I'm surprised 50% off.
Yeah, of course.
You went, but
it's Christmas time.
Wait until you guys see the content that we have on Wrestling Insiders coming your way. Christ Savior sent along a question. Who made your entrance music? Christ, thank you for the help.
Well, if I remember right, wasn't I don't know who actually did that, but I thought that wasn't the guy from the UK, Simon involved in.
You never used Simon Cowell from
Simon
American
Cowell.
Idol.
You did some of the
He
music.
didn't do your. There was a version of your song that was on that great album they produced.
Yeah, WrestleMania the album.
You kind of sang on that one.
Yes, I sang on that one.
For your regular theme song in WWF,
It was
that would
created.
have been
It
Jim
was
Johnson or Jimmy Hart, I would guess.
Yeah, well, I came out to when I was War Eagle Chris Chavis. I came out to one of Jimmy Hart's actually composed songs.
Crank It Up.
Crank It Up. You got it. You got it. Exactly. And then I went to what WWF created. I'm not sure who did that, but if you know, that's probably
Jim Johnson.
Simon Cowell did the stuff on WrestleMania the album.
If you guys have the album, WrestleMania the album.
Great album.
It was released in the UK in 92, in the United States in 93.
Yes.
Simon Cowell of American Idol fame actually produced that album before he became such a mainstream star. So that's a kind of a really cool factoid.
And it's not because of me, but I actually got one of the best songs on there. Even Undertaker said it too. It's called Native American Tatanka. Yeah.
Native American blood
in my veins, I fight.
In the World Wrestling
There you go.
I got Native
American blood in my veins, and I fight. You got it.
Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, you got it. It was good. It was good, man. Good song. Good beat.
All right, fans. Again, keep the questions coming in. If you could give us a super chat, we'd appreciate it. The autograph photos are available. There's only 2 of us. Tatanka, to show you what a gentleman he is, beyond trying to give you a great deal.
Yes.
He signed, I believe, at the count, was it 650 pictures before we went on the air?
Yes.
This is a good
and all you guys are coming in. The room is just getting bigger and bigger. So you guys get your pictures. It's an awesome opportunity. Think about your friends, Christmas gifts, great opportunity.
Great.
You know, this is a great opportunity. Also, we have the micro brawler, the brand new micro brawler. Okay, right here. And that comes signed for only $50 plus $5 shipping. Again, the loincloth is available. That comes with 6 magnets, 3 Wrestle Legends signature cards, and that all comes together for that $750 fee. And again, we could do that all by PayPal, which we mentioned earlier.
Absolutely. All you need is a credit card and the internet, and you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Our friend Andrew Oakley in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, one of my favorite cities.
Philadelphia.
He wants photo number 2 signed. I like this one. You got the Chief.
Yep. This right here, if you remember, very important picture. This is when Chief Jay Strongbow and Chief Wahoo gave the torch to me officially. I got a headdress from Chief Ray Little Turtle from my tribe. They presented this long trail headdress to me with also no other than Vince McMahon in the ring. So this is a very
great moment.
A great moment, and on Monday Night Raw. Who's this signed to?
Our friend Andrew.
Andrew. Okay.
And I love Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Andrew. If we're ever down there for a live event, please come and say hello. Joe Shipley, yes, the loincloth is only $750, but you not only get the ring-used loincloth, you get, I believe, 3 autographed wrestling legend cards.
And 6 magnets.
6 magnets. So you wind up getting 10 items overall for that $750 price tag. If you're interested, please let us know. Again, if you guys have questions, it is the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive.
Go, Andrew.
Andrew.
Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday it is you celebrate. We'll be sending that out to you this week.
And I'm sure we got some friends. I don't know if Claudia in Germany is airing. I've been doing virtuals. We've been speaking to people in Australia, Italy, Germany, United Kingdom. It's amazing how people from all over the world can come right into our room right here in Boston and share and spend time. And actually,
isn't it crazy?
It's pretty crazy.
And let me ask you this. How crazy would it have been if during the booms of the 80s and 90s we could have done things like this? We'd crash the internet.
Oh, it would have been crashed. It would have been crashed because all the stars during that time, I can imagine what kind of business we'd be doing on virtual meet and greets or virtual signings. Tremendous.
Our friend Ken, who's with us a lot, he said he loves Sean, but you should have been the Intercontinental Champion.
Long story. I've done it with a shoot interview, but it was already planned for me to be the IC champ.
I remember
that was a swerve with Sean, and I came into WWF just a hard worker, very successful in a previous career. I was the divisional manager of Bally's Corporation, already making a 6-digit income. I believed in hard work. I didn't believe the guys would try to backstab you, but man, they'll backstab you, believe me, because they had me planned for the title. How did I find that out? I found that out almost a year later because no one wanted me because they knew Tatanka's a stand-up guy. They knew Tatanka was going to whip someone's butt or go warpath on them. And my good friend Undertaker and Bret Hart told me almost about 10 months later that's what happened at WrestleMania 9 because they didn't want to see me get in trouble, beat Sean's butt, and then lose my job.
Right.
So I had a great position. They were taking care of me. And again, clear again today, I'm on a Legends contract, so I'm glad that we made the right decisions.
Yeah, and look at how it worked out long term.
Yeah, long term. Longevity, baby, longevity.
Christ had a question that just scrolled up again. He said, did you ever work with any clueless or uncooperative jobbers?
Well, I won't say clueless, but yes. You definitely got in the ring with guys that did not know what they're supposed to be doing. They really depended upon you to guide them. But guess what? When you're at the World Wrestling Federation and you're in that spot and you're being used every single week, they're highlighting you. You better know what you're doing because you're not going to stay in that spot. So we, even though they might have been clueless, even though they might have had less experience, we, as being the experienced talent in the ring, we're supposed to be able to carry those guys in the ring. And that's exactly what Tatanka did.
The junior ambassador of this great organization, Devon, who we've mentioned a few times already tonight, he's here. He wants to know your favorite wrestling moment of all time.
Well, you know, again, when you speak to any wrestler, what they're going to say to you, probably the biggest pinnacle of success in our industry is just being able to be involved with the WrestleMania. Not every guy has done WrestleMania, fans. It's only a select few. It's only the superstars that are being used. It's only the guys that are vital and important to the company. So I was at WrestleMania 8, WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 10, several different WrestleManias, and also been at even the new WrestleManias too, where I actually wrestled at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas, where we had 101,763 people, and we broke the indoor attendance record. So I'd have to say, being part of history, that was very special because Vince McMahon sent to me, as he sent to everybody, a special letter thanking us for the accomplishment with a beautiful picture of the 101,000 people at Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Night. Very special up on the wall, memorabilia area of our home. So very, very nice. And also, again, being undefeated for 2 years. I mean, that is a big thing. I'll just end this with here. Goldberg went 173-0. Everyone knows Goldberg because of that 173-0 undefeated record. Well, Tatanka wrestled about 500 matches his first year and second year. Actually, I was almost legit around 1,000-0.
With all the
we did double
combined.
Shots on weekends, and if you were anybody at TV, you're wrestling on TV 2 to 3 times at TV.
And Devon, since you are part of the family, buddy, if you want any of these, if you want an autographed picture, let me know which one, and I'll have him sign it for you right here on the air. We're losing track of some of the Super Chat questions. Let me get up for 1 sec as my legs go out on me.
More people
again.
Coming into the room. Whoever asked about the ring gear, if you have any questions, let me know. Awesome opportunity. Again, and it will be signed. There's no additional fee for that to be signed either.
VSR, can you give us all a big
My voice is a little bit hoarse, but yes, my voice is a little bit hoarse. I can't do it because I was yelling for my son for football. What? But that was me. That was me all the time doing that. No one, that wasn't recorded. That was Tatanka. I'd love to do it. My voice is very hoarse. My son, again, just became the GC8 Defensive Player of the Year as a junior in high school. For those who don't know what that means, it means that colleges are starting to look at him already as a junior. So very, very honored and blessed for him to have just received that accomplishment.
Our friend Walking Tall wanted to know, why lose to Ludwig Borga? What was the plan?
Well, Ludwig Borga, they really wanted to do something big with him with Ludwig Borga. The Office, the strong man from Finland, they really wanted to give him a big push. How do you give someone a big push? Let him defeat someone who's had the big push and undefeated. They really wanted to do something big with Lex. Again, with Ludwig Borga. Again, that's the reason why they protected me too, by having Yokozuna, Fuji, Ludwig Borga, and a chair shot. So it didn't hurt me at all, only made me stronger. But the problem with Ludwig, as time went, he just did not get things down. I mean, you got to be very fluid, and the ring has to be like second nature. Working in that ring and working with talent has to be second nature. You have to flow like milk and honey. He just didn't get that flow down, and eventually he was gone.
And then he broke his ankle against Rick Steiner in a house show in early '94.
Yes, of course.
There went a big push, a monster push.
Yeah, injury prone too is not good at WWE either, because they want to be able to know that you're going to be there for years, especially during that time. If you got into a serious program with someone, which each of my years, my first time with World Wrestling Federation, all my storylines, or as we call angles, lasted a full year. So if you're out and you have a storyline with, per se, let's say Rick the Model Martel, Rick the Model Martel is out of that storyline now because you're hurt.
It affects more than one person.
It affects more than one person, correct.
All right, this is for our friend Edward, who just chimed in.
More people in the room. Keep them coming. More people in the room.
We'll stay with you guys as long as you're getting the pictures, as long as you're interested in this great ring-worn gear and those little awesome little micro brawlers. This is for our friend Edward. Edward is from Little River, South Carolina.
Oh, cool, man.
Are you familiar with the Little River?
Where's Little River at, if you could ask him?
I don't know, Edward, if you're in the room with us. Thank you for that super chat, Angelo. He's loving the virtual signings. Thank you for being with us. We've had a much better Saturday tonight than we did last Saturday. Let me tell you that. And
there you go, Edward. We appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Honor. Thank you.
Matt Daddy in the back, brother. Maybe now at this point we can switch the camera over to Tatanka's table, and you can maybe help him with the posters just so we can get that organized. Edward, if you're walking tall, he said, near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, Myrtle Beach. Yeah, Myrtle Beach. Beautiful area. I love it, man. Myrtle Beach, North Carolina. I used to live in Virginia, high school and college in Virginia. And we used to go to Myrtle Beach, North Carolina when I'd go to our tribal lands, which is Pembroke, North Carolina. We'd go to Myrtle Beach a lot. Beautiful area, man. Beautiful area.
Christ, Savior 888, I'm sorry. The 8x10 photos are $19.99 each plus shipping. He'll personalize it any way you like to you, to a loved one for a holiday gift. And I will personally mail them this week, as there's nothing more than my crippled body loves than standing in a long line at the post office.
Thank you, Ken, about me being a good talker. We appreciate it. We like to communicate, like to speak to the fans. Without you guys, we would not be superstars. So we appreciate all your support, all of the WWE Universe worldwide. I've got a tremendous following, and I never forget why I have the success I have. It's because of you guys. So we love each and every one of you. Thank you.
Fox Guy asks, Michael Chavis of the Red Sox is Native American also. Any relation to Tatanka?
Is it Chavis? Yeah. Michael Chavis is, if I'm correct, that's someone from our tribe, the Lumbee tribe.
Oh, wow.
The Chavises, which is Chavis, the Chavis and the Laka layer is the strong blood of our tribe. So, yes.
Rua asks, who was the greatest Native American of all time? I don't know if he means in wrestling or
Do you mean of wrestling? If you mean wrestling, we've had, two of the biggest names, which is Wahoo and what I've done at WWE. But, if you start speaking about, greatest of all time, probably everyone has to go back to Jim Thorpe. Okay?
There you go.
Yeah, Jim Thorpe.
The Junior Ambassador Devon, you didn't tell me if you want the autograph photo, buddy, but he asks, what's the best match you have been in yourself?
Oh, my gosh. Again, best matches, again, I would tell you WrestleMania. WrestleMania 9 was phenomenal. WrestleMania 9 was just tremendous. You know, when you get out there and you're sure of yourself and you get an opportunity to work with someone like Shawn Michaels, just tremendous. WrestleMania matches are usually always the pinnacle of success for every wrestler because you're on the biggest stage of sports entertainment in pro wrestling. And if you're wrestling, which usually you are, always a big star name, you can have a fabulous match. Usually WrestleMania matches are the best matches.
Slick Rick B wanted to know the most outrageous Mr. Fuji rib story.
Well, Fuji. Oh gosh, man. Can we tell you? Well, did you ever hear the story about Mr. Fuji not liking his neighbor and then feeding a dog to him, inviting him over and feeding a dog to him? That was a true rib. Also, I see Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji, you didn't mess with Mr. Fuji. If you were not liked by someone in the actual World Wrestling Federation at that time, and you had an attitude, or you think you were bigger than everybody else, or you thought you were better, or you thought you didn't have to learn anything, or you had attitudes with a specific icon in our business, and it got back to Mr. Fuji, you'd be in trouble because Mr. Fuji, I've seen him. I won't mention anybody's names, but I see Mr. Fuji take out someone's garment bag. You know, the big garment bags are this big and you carry them on the airplane. Well, I see Mr. Fuji take those garment bags, unzip that garment bag, and do a number 2 in the side of the garment bag and then zip it back up. So, boy, you talking about something that you don't want to do with Mr. Fuji. You didn't mess around with Fuji during that time. He was a master ribber, and he would get you really bad. If you were someone that had heat, as we'd say, you'd be in trouble. I never had to deal with that. Everyone liked me. I was cool with all the guys, cool with all the talent.
All right, wrestling fans, as we continue this fun, interactive, virtual cyber signing for the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive, Matt, if you are in the studio,
right here, sign these.
Maybe we could have him start on the VIP posters.
Do you want a specific color, or let's do blue, since we haven't done blue
He
yet.
knows his colors. As we sign away, Tatanka, John Lewis, any secret springs that you like down there in Florida?
Springs?
I've been to Itchy, Tuckney Springs, and Ginny Springs. My wife and I are looking for something new.
Tell him to go right above, God, what's it called? I live in Weeki Wachee. Tell him I live in Weeki Wachee, Florida. There's springs right there in Weeki Wachee. But I think it's called, if I remember right, Crystal River. I think.
I know Crystal River.
Crystal River. About an hour north of Weeki Wachee are some of the best springs. If you go to my my Facebook page, if you go back, you'll see some pictures. And I'm not talking about just go back a short amount of time. You're going to have to go back, probably at least maybe a year. Last summer, when we were actually there, took pictures. Beautiful area. You can look down the water. I mean, actually aqua green. It actually absolutely gorgeous.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, I love the springs in Florida, especially up north there in that area that we're speaking of, above Weeki Wachee and in Weeki Wachee also.
I lost the lost the place. Sorry, guys. You guys have so many questions. It's hard to keep track. Devon, the junior ambassador, wants to know, do you think old style wrestling is better than the new generation?
Oh, let me say this. I travel all over the world. I'm very, very busy. All I hear from all the fan base, no matter where I go, is World Wrestling Federation. All the success of WWE today. That's all I hear. Why? Larger than life characters. Everyone was unique, and everyone told great wrestling stories in the ring. Definitely old school wrestling.
And that's why you're lucky enough to have WWE Network at your disposal and YouTube and all the superstars.
Yeah, WWE Network is absolutely awesome.
That he gets to meet because of him knowing me, the lucky little guy. I wish I had a Dan when I was my age to help me get all the wrestlers' autographs and such. If you want an autograph photo, buddy, tell me which one you want, and I'd be happy to have him sign it for you, and I'll give it to you when I see you when we head to Florida this week.
Oh, that's right. You're going to Orlando. I forgot.
Unbelievable. I got work to do. They've got work to do, enjoying themselves. So they luck out. But such is life. I have to say, fans, out of all of our virtual signings, I think this has been the most fun and interactive one so far. What do you guys think?
Definitely.
You haven't seen the rest of them.
The room is filling up. The room is filling up. I heard Brian Knobs and those guys, the nasty boys, are
please.
really nasty.
Well, just ask the loading dock.
Yeah.
Tatanka needs his own podcast. Rick B, wait until you see the episodes. Tatanka takes the
very
Wrestling
good.
Insiders. We had a blast. Like I said, with this appearance has gone so great, I'm really looking forward to having Tatanka back. I know Marty Jannetty is probably going to be with us later in January once his foot heals up a little bit so he can get around. Marty had that reconstructive ankle surgery, for those that didn't know. Ken says this and Tony Atlas was good. Well, thank you for watching.
Oh, cool. Thank you, man. We appreciate all you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. Appreciate all your support.
Ibzan Arroyo, when is the Target exclusive figure out?
The exclusive figure, Series 8 is in the store right now. Series 9 should be hitting anytime. Original debut ring attire, the long white tights, the red mohawk. It looks fabulous. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Absolutely great job Mattel did.
All right. Again, fans, remember, we are here for the 9th annual Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. An autographed photo picture goes a long way, a VIP package, a super chat donation. Plus, we have those awesome micro brawlers of Tatankas, as well as the ring-worn gear that he's giving you for a price and a half. Well, technically 50% off, but I was really surprised that he wanted to go that low. Is it? If it's
you asked for a favor, so I did a favor.
Television doesn't do it justice. It's just the beautiful hand paint on it. A question from Walking Tall.
Yes.
How was Bret Hart the locker room after WrestleMania 9 with the Hulk Hogan swerve? Bret was very vocal how he felt in his book about Hogan in his level of anger.
Yeah, he was perturbed during that time. Bret would really, as we know, with the Montreal screw job, he would definitely show his lack of support or lack of enthusiasm with something that he did not like, So, no, he wasn't happy then either. You could tell when Bret wasn't happy, he would be very, very quiet, and he would pretty much, you could tell he was perturbed without a shadow of a doubt.
Do you think, in your own personal opinion, they went the right direction that night? Do you think they were going the right route with the new generation of Bret and Yoko, or do you think a much thinner Hulk Hogan was the way to go? The run didn't last that long, that's for sure. He was gone by June.
Of course, but again, as people said, the fans, wrestling fans, they go, well, Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan.
He was the name brand.
He is the name brand. So, sometimes it depends on what the office was looking for at that time. Sometimes you put the face, the ambassador, the John Cena out there for more than just one reason. If you understand what I mean by that.
Oh, sure. And I hope you guys are having fun. That's what this is all about. The Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive endeavor began on November 5th. It's still ongoing all the way through Christmas. If you are not watching this virtual signing live, if you're checking out a replay.
Yeah, we thank for all you guys checking in tonight. Absolutely awesome. We appreciate you.
You guys can still order VIP packages through probably like December 19th, and we can still get them out to you in time for Christmas, whether for yourself, for your wrestling man cave, to give as a gift. But if you guys want
so not all the guys came on this event so far, have they?
Participate live, get it personalized. Tonight is the night.
Which guy?
Okay. Road Warrior Max. Yes, we did, buddy. Sal just chimed in with a question. Thoughts on Ludwig Borger being the man to end your streak? Who would you have liked to end your undefeated streak? I know you answered the first part.
Well, during that time, you could always pick a choice, but don't forget, you got Vince McMahon, making all the calls during that time. It was only Vince McMahon, Chief Jay Strongbow, and Pat Patterson. So that's one of the things with the company during that time. And even today, you don't want creative or whoever is involved with creative, meaning the talent is disagreeing with what creative's coming up with all the time. That's one of the best things to be able to do there. Meaning you might not like something, but you go with it anyways. And guess what? Vince is always taking care of me. And again, the nice thing is here I am today on a WWE Legends contract with open doors to the Hall of Fame, getting new action figures put on me, my original debut. So everything worked out great. I'm very thankful and blessed.
Let me try and phrase it this way to you, Chris.
Yes.
Is there anyone that you think would have been better served than Ludwig Borger to end your undefeated streak as far as getting them over?
Yes, because Ludwig was a brand new guy coming in, hadn't been working for many, many years. You know, I know some of the other guys were a little bit unsure about Ludwig. We could have picked someone who was a star, very talented, so he could have really went somewhere. You know, it could have been a great program, but instead that program ended up being just not only me wrestling Ludwig, but also Ludwig and me wrestling also Yokozuna.
Right.
So instead of me just focused on the guy who was beating me, who had beat me, I was focused on Yoko and him, and it was because Ludwig just wasn't there. So yes, I would have loved to have seen someone else at that time who could have defeated me for that, and then we could have had a great program.
Can you think of anyone, any heel on the roster that might have been the guy?
Well, I mean, heel on the roster at the time, of course, Bam Bam, but I'd already had a feud with Bam Bam.
Right.
I mean, Rick the Model Martel was great. You know, could have had a feud with him, but I'd already had a feud with him. Someone before that was after, we could have easily done that with, let's say, IRS. That could have made sense with IRS, Mike Rotunda. It made sense with the headdress probably even more. Don't forget we had Lex Luger, the narcissist at the time, who was being a heel. It could have been him. There could have been a lot of guys that could have really upset that undefeated streak, and we could have probably got a lot more out of it than what we got out of with Ludwig Borger.
Well, if you want to
If
you want to try to recreate the booking, if things were a little different, and just say Shawn was the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels playing heel.
Him beat you first.
Yes.
And then you chase him for the title and get the Intercontinental title as revenge.
Exactly.
Would have been a good story. But
would have been a great story.
Christ save your ass, heel a baby face, better to work as.
One thing Vince said, he said, you know what? You've proven that you can work on both sides of the tracks. That's the reason I'm glad that I did both sides. Don't forget, I was able to work with one of the greatest managers of all time, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, but definitely babyface.
Walking Tall, were you ever offered a WCW contract?
WCW contacted me. Eric Bischoff. Again, let me lift up so I can make sure I say this. At the ending of my contract with WWE, Eric Bischoff contacted me and wanted me to come down to WCW Nitro and be by ringside to cause me coming into WCW. But at that time, I had done very well. I had put all my money away, had done well before I got into World Wrestling Federation. But because of my contract just expiring at WWF, I had told him, no. I said, because also I need to let 90 days pass, I think it was at that time with my contract before you go. So he didn't like that. So years later, when people asked, you know, about me having an offer from WCW, Eric Bischoff says, I never recall speaking to Tatanka. I never made an offer to Tatanka. He's a liar. Eric Bischoff, you're a liar. I told you that before.
Well, and I take your word for it.
So that's a shoot.
I can't tell you.
He called me. I would never say someone called me unless they called me. What a ridiculous thing. How crazy, you know, there's more important things than making up a story like that, really?
I'm going to pause from what the people are talking about right now in the chat to just insert my own educated opinion to some degree. But I mean, WCW was signing guys with any WWE experience.
Of course they were.
You were a young guy. You were probably in your early 30s, in your prime.
Yeah.
And WCW isn't going to at least try to reach out to sign you?
Oh, yeah, they already reached out to me directly. Yeah, of course they did.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah.
All right, back to you guys.
Everyone knows Eric Bischoff, so let's just leave it at that, right?
Maria Davis says, this is the best show by far. Thank you. Maria's with us for almost all of our programs. Tina says,
thank you, Maria.
Tina says, yes, Maria, I'm loving it. Thank you,
Tina.
For being here. Christ Savior again with a big question. Wait, where did it go? I lost the question. Thoughts on business morphing into Vince Russo's attitude era, positive or negative?
Well, you know, during that time, everyone liked Vince Russo. I think Vince Russo, whatever heat he's got, I think it came more after that War Wrestling Federation time. They were using him during that time. You know, actually with Lex Luger, when I did the turn, actually he did a story that was done from my home. A lot of people thought WWF had used a house of Vince McMahon's, but that was my house, guys, on the water. That was done and showed with the boat on the water. That was my house. It was not Vince McMahon's, but Russo did the whole story in the wrestling magazine with all the pictures from my home, all the china that I had in my china cabinet, and you know the sunken jacuzzi in my house, and you know they were going over all the Money Inc. stuff. My brand new Mercedes out front.
Oh wow!
All the stuff that again. Look at Tatanka, now that he's with the $1 Million Man. But that was actually my home, my car, that I had worked hard for and had acquired through the success of, again.
A lot of folks forget that Vince Russo started in WWF Magazine.
Of course, WWF Magazine. You got it, baby. You got it.
All right, wrestling fans.
Vic Venom.
Vic Venom, that's right. He did that gimmick
Vic
on
Venom.
TV
You got it, baby. Vic Venom. Tatanka remembers, man.
All right, wrestling fans, again, we're trying to raise money for the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. Matt Daddy, you're still over there over my shoulder. Just to try and get everything going, we still have the micro.
And here you go, right here, guys. This is absolutely awesome. Early 90s, loincloth. Pull it up on Google. Just go to Tatanka, look at Google Images. You'll see me in this Red Thunderbird. This was 1,500 that I've done many times before. Again, because of the Paul Bearer Toy Drive here, we're doing this tonight. 50% off, only $750, okay? And guys, along with that, you're going to get 6 magnets, 3 of this one, 3 of the WWF Legends one, and 3 Wrestling Legends signature cards. So you're going to get 9 items, okay, and an 8x10, 9 items, so 10 items free along with the purchase of the ring gear. And again, no one has ring gear like this except for Tatanka. I haven't let go of a lot of items. I have sold some items recently, but again, not a lot of my items out here. So this is, again, special part of wrestling memorabilia history.
I tell you, folks, the
immaculate shape.
TV doesn't do that justice. That is genuine leather, and it's hand-painted. Hand-painted.
Okay. You can see. Yeah, I'm holding it up right now. You can see that's.
And it looks nice on TV.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, in your wrestling man cave, you're going to love it.
Pull it up on Google, baby. You're going to see it right there.
That item.
I should work for QVC. You got that. I see that.
That item.
Doing a great job, ain't I? QVC.
That item has probably traveled the world more than most people.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, folks, we're going to keep going as long as you are donating and getting those autographed pictures. Matt Daddy's going to have him wrap up the photos for the raffles and the VIP packages now.
Who's this one for?
Now is your chance to. That's just generic.
Okay.
I keep hitting the refresh button. If you want to get your order in, if you want a beautiful personalized photo from Tatanka, now is the time to place that order. If you're interested in the beautiful ring gear, the leather loinscloth that what's the terminology for it? I'm thinking Kamala. It is a loinscloth.
Yeah, loincloth.
Loincloth, I'm sorry. He has that available. He's got the micro brawlers available, which are a great deal.
Love that.
Oh, another one from Isban. Isban, when is he coming back to Lakewood, New Jersey? We spoke for 15 minutes last year. He loved coming out in a suit with Ted DiBiase.
Oh, yeah. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Yeah, we love Jersey, New York. Matter of fact, I was just in New York. Just sign all these. Okay, I was just in New York. Tremendous. Unfortunate that whole place is shut down. But we love visiting New Jersey, New York area. Just great wrestling fans. That's the reason why.
Hopefully we'll be back much sooner than later, believe me.
Yeah, of course.
Rick B's right, brother. Let's try and go for the record of concurrent people watching at one time. If you folks could share the link. Share the link on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram.
I need to use a different pen.
Tatanka already signed 650 pictures, and he's finishing these off. We want to try to raise as much as we can for the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. I'm going to put the link up one more time as it's getting a little late. JetBlue caused more havoc with
JetBlue.
with more flights than you can imagine. 7 different talents were affected. So our chat started kind of late tonight, unfortunately. But you know what? We're having a great time, and you guys seem to be having a lot of fun too, which is most important. If you're joining us on the live Facebook stream, we thank you as well. I'm only one person. I can't keep track of everyone and everything, and Matt Daddy's trying to help me.
Matt Daddy.
With the VIP packages. Our good friend Marty Jannetty gave him that nickname.
It's a good
Tatanka,
name.
this is an interesting one. Tatanka.
Yes.
I heard Roman Reigns gave you a Nintendo Switch.
No.
No. All right.
Who said that?
Jeff C.
Really?
Yeah.
We're close with all that family. Very, very close with that family.
All right, fans. That link is up. Matt Daddy is being a big help as always.
You guys keep coming in the room. There's more people. They just keep adding. So appreciate you guys. This is awesome.
We need all the support we can get. 2020 is going to be a tough year even for Santa Claus. We need to update his GPS to find every kid's house. From coast to coast, border to border. We had a lot of fun with the Warlord last night.
Warlord.
More fun with Tatanka tonight. Tomorrow night, don't forget, at 8 p.m., we're going to be joined by the Impact Wrestling World Champion Rich Swann. The first time he's been with us in 8 years. Unbelievable.
Wow, 8 years.
What a life story he has. The sad times, but now he's certainly reached some peaks. Very proud of Rich.
Yeah.
I'm personally looking forward to seeing an old buddy. But I tell you this, folks, we've made a great new friend in Tatanka. I want this man here again very, very soon. When you guys see the Wrestling Insider episodes we taped, you guys are going to love it. If you're not a fan of the 80s and 90s wrestling, I can't imagine you're in the room right now. But if you are, you're going to love the content we taped. I usually go to great extent to come up with a lot of material in case we get a lot of yes and no answers. Definitely not the case with Tatanka. We go very in-depth. And Tatanka, I think we made it up to just about Royal Rumble 92 and everything that we take.
Yes, we did.
We went really in-depth.
Yes, we did.
All right, folks. Again,
you guys stay in the room. You guys get your stuff for Christmas. Don't forget your friends. Awesome opportunity to get a very inexpensive gift for your friends for Christmas time.
That's it. Not only is it an inexpensive gift, but you're helping the kids. And you're honoring the memory, I should say, of the late, great Paul Bearer, who gave so much to this organization, who gave so much to the world of professional wrestling. Right now, are you signing the one with the, let me see. Chris, could you stop, or keep going, but could you personalize one of those to the baby that the little guy?
To, what's the name?
I'll spell it for you, Devon.
And how you spell it?
That's D-E.
V-E.
No, D-E.
D-E?
You got it. V-A.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Okay.
See, kid, your name's too hard to spell, even for him.
D-E.
V-A.
V-A.
A-U.
Okay, D-E-V-A.
U-G.
U-G.
H-N.
H-M, right?
And with a Nancy.
H-N. Okay.
I'm trying, buddy. I'm telling you, you should see what the poor kid's Christmas presents look like from relatives when he was younger. That name would be brutalized even by his relatives. But he's the best kid in the world.
That's awesome.
He's got a collection of just about every superstar that's ever walked through these doors out here.
That's awesome. There you go, my friend.
And he's headed to Orlando.
Cool.
All right, wrestling fans, we're running out of time.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Get your orders in. Loincloth, we brought this. You won't never see another opportunity for half off. So if you guys are looking to get a deal, you got it right here.
After tonight, you're talking $1,500. He's doing this as a favor to us for the Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. $750.
Can I some of these too? Can we keep some of these too for myself?
Sure.
Yeah.
$750. $1,500 at the stroke of midnight.
And it comes with 10 different items free.
Right. Not just the loincloth, but you get 3 wrestling legend cards and you get 6 magnets. Unbelievable. Hell of a deal. Folks, if you have questions, why don't you help the Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive? Make it a super chat question. Tatanka will get right through it, brother. It's almost like that website, as we've mentioned before, for some of the adults in the world. I think it's called Chatterbait, where they kind of make a super chat type question, if you're into that type of thing. We're trying to help out the kids, the students.
Who is speaking about the loincloth? Do they have any questions about it?
If anyone has any particular questions about the loincloth, please feel free to ask. I'm telling you this, is someone that has a great collection.
See this picture right here? It's right on this picture here. That's the reason why I'm telling you. See the blue? The blue arrow at the top. You can see just the top of it, but this is the same photo shoot as this particular loincloth.
Omni Black, the Boogeyman, has been on the show before, many moons ago, but that's available on our Patreon. I'll give you the link if you want to watch the Boogeyman interview and help keep Wrestling Legends working. You get early ad-free access to all of our talk shows, including the ones coming in the near future with Tatanka. The Boogeyman DVD, I think, is, my gosh, just about 3 hours long. And he hasn't done many interviews outside of the Boogeyman persona, so to speak. Boogie has had a very interesting life. Did you get to know Boogie at all?
Yeah, I know Boogie. Boogie's a good guy, man. Good guy.
I want to see who's going home with the loincloth.
Me too. I want to see who's getting the loincloth. For half off, I'm surprised it hasn't already went. We sold 2 of these last weekend. Way over that price.
No, I mean, you guys know, because of the limitations we have here in studio, I have to try and get deals with these guys sometimes just because of the finances that go involved with the travel and the accommodations and such. But
that's a good picture.
I didn't think the man was going to go for 50% off what the other 2 sold for. I think that's nuts. But he's a good man. Walking Tall, another one of our good friends, he asked Tatanka, can you shoot on the Nails Vince altercation after SummerSlam 92?
Oh, you mean him trying to beat up Vince McMahon? Is that what you're talking about?
I believe it's because he was angry over the SummerSlam payoff.
Yeah, he was angry about the payoff. He was talking about kicking Vince's ass. And we're at TV. He was discussing all kinds of radical stuff with Vince in the office. And I think what actually happened is talent came in there and drug Nails out. And after that, shortly after that, Nails was gone.
Well, minutes.
Yeah. I mean, very shortly. I mean, he was pretty much fired walking out the door, but...
and then he called the police on Vince and said that Vince had fondled him.
Yeah, of course.
That must have been a very interesting night at the office.
Yes, it was a very interesting night at the office.
Big Ink Studios, we thank you for your support, buddy. Again, if you want the autograph photos, we're running out of time. We literally have minutes. Tatanka's hand is ready to fall off at this point. Never mind all the talking we've done today for you guys.
Oh, we've done some talking, man.
In honor of the late, great Paul Bearer. I wish he was here with us this year. We'd be having a lot of laughs if he was. But you know what? We can still honor his memory tonight, which we plan on doing this and every year. I'm going to say this, and this is a compliment to you, Chris.
Yes.
I was really down on the toy drive this year. It hasn't generated the money it has in years past because we haven't had the live event, which is usually the marquee event. And last Saturday was just a complete and utter disaster. The constant fighting with JetBlue over the cancellation and the changing of the flights. But today has just turned out so great. Even though we had a little bit of, well, maybe a lot of rain here in Boston, the flight was on time, maybe even a couple of minutes early.
Tatanka's been working hard ever since we've been here, so it's been a good day.
You guys are very, very lucky to have this gentleman with us. I wish when I was a kid or a young fan at home, I could tune into a website and be able to engage and interact with someone like this. And not only that, score an autographed picture for my wall.
Of course.
I'd be going, Dad, Mom, can I get $20 really quick to help a toy drive and get an autograph photo from one of the top
wouldn't have
stars?
been cool back in that time?
It would have been unbelievable.
Even WWE now doing their virtual meet and greets.
The WWE virtual meet and greets go for $1.25. So
yeah,
like 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
2 minutes. Two.
Oh, two.
2 minutes. And it's timed by a clock.
Yeah.
Oh, Road Warrior Max, you must be from Wisconsin. Am I right, Max? If you were at that event when the Nails and Vince incident took place.
Oh, that's where it was at, Wisconsin. You're right. I remember the building. Right across from Green Bay Stadium.
Yeah, that was right around the time Krusty debuted.
Krusty. Krusty the Clown. Krusty
Again,
the Clown.
Tatanka, we've only got a couple of pictures left that we have for the VIP packages, and then we got to go, folks. If you're not watching live, again, the good news is you can order probably through like December 19th, and I will personally go to
You have
the
nothing else
post
over there?
office and mail them.
No, those are all the
Okay.
other ones.
And all those are from Quang and Savio Vega and the Warlord. And,
Okay, I got you.
oh, my dear Lord. Will Kevin Nash be on the show? I'd love to have Kevin Nash on the show.
Yeah, he just had eye surgery.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Cataract surgery.
best wishes to Kevin. I always thought he was a good stand-up guy. Opinionated, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're a
Okay, that
respectful.
one we need to do a different marker. This one's light colored.
Ken Terminated by DQ says, Tatanka, thank you for being a cool guest.
Ah, thank you.
Big Ink, can you just buy the poster? Big Ink, which poster are you talking about?
8x10?
We have plenty of 8x10 photos.
Yeah.
If you go to, I'll put the web link up again one more time. We have 4 different beautiful 8x10 photos available, along with
Don't forget the
ring-worn
loincloth.
loincloth and the micro brawlers. Or you can just be a great fan and ask a question and send a super chat, however you like it. But the autograph photos are beautiful. But that ring, only one person is going to get that loincloth.
That's right.
And it is, John M. said, will Tatanka take $500 for the loincloth?
Ah, no.
This isn't Walmart, John. John.
Blue light special. All 12.
John, we appreciate the offer very much.
Yeah, we appreciate I'll tell you what I do with you. If you do it right now, okay, you're going to give them an 8x10, right?
We'll give him an 8x10.
Okay. You do it right now, I'll knock another $100 off because it's Christmas, because Tatanka is done well. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm prosperous. I'll knock another $100 off, $650. If you talk to anybody that has one of these, no one has paid that price for this. I can give you names and orders where people have spent as much as $2,800 for this.
Wow.
And other items. So my gear is not cheap. This is, as they seen, I mean, you can bring this to the camera. There's a lot of work put into this. Just the artwork alone, you know. My wrestling boots alone, if you look at them, my wrestling boots alone cost $1,000 just to make.
So, John M., just to clarify, for $650, you get the loincloth, you get the 8x10 photo of your choice, you get 3 autographed wrestling legend cards, and you get 6, count them, 6 magnets from Tatanka.
4x5 magnets. So
4x5 magnets.
You get an 8x10 for yourself for purchasing. You got 9 items that you can give away to friends. That's the reason I'm doing that.
And
it's Christmas. It's a time of giving. It's better to give than receive.
And if John wanted to, I imagine you'd sign the loincloth.
I will sign the loincloth.
Okay. All right.
Loincloth is signed automatically on that.
John, the offer is on the table, brother. It's up to you. Isban, can he speak on every member of the corporation? A story on each one. The corporation was pretty big, Isban.
Yes,
How
it
about
was.
we narrow it down a little bit, brother?
Yeah, that's a lot, you know. Well, we loved when Bam Bam was there because Bam Bam was tough. King Kong Bundy, come on. I mean, look who he faced off with. The greatest names in the industry. You also had IRS, Mike Rotunda, Syracuse wrestler, a true shoot wrestler. Who else do we have there? Kama,
Yeah.
Godfather, beat your butt and really beat your butt. Ain't gonna nothing you're gonna do about it. Just take a butt whipping. He can knock you out with one punch. He's a real tough guy, and he's still a real tough guy. I mean, the $1 Million Corporation there was a very powerful stable A lot of fans have said probably one of the most talented, powerful, strong stables in the wrestling industry, and I have to agree.
Very underrated stable.
I have to agree. Lot of talent.
John M., we're talking to you, brother. Your message wasn't ignored. Tatanka will do the loincloth, autographed, an autograph photo, 3 autograph Legends cards, and 6 magnets for $650. So we read your message. If you want to do that deal.
I just seen someone say $650.
John M. said, he responded, I live in Somerville. I will hand you $500 cash right now. I think it's a very generous offer. I just think it's a little low. But I'm not.
Take that over to the camera and let them see how close. Bring that to the camera so they can see. You can hold it right in front of the camera. You can take it even closer so they can see it.
John, have you ever been to any of our live events before? We were scheduled to have a live event
there you go.
In Somerville back in March and then July. And
you turn around, flip the other side.
Now it's scheduled for next. Big Ink Studios said $650 is a steal. That is native made, not a costume design.
Correct.
Very accurate.
You got it, Big Ink Studios.
So, John, brother, you're right down the street. We'll wait for you here at the studio.
Yep.
But I think $650 is even nuts, but that's just me. Most people wouldn't pay $650.
Nice workmanship.
You
see what everybody's saying? Nice workmanship. Yeah, I like wrestling the Warlord. What a strong guy. Phenomenal. Big boy, man. Big boy. Still a big boy.
Is Outback Jack still alive? As far as I know, yes. But I believe
as far as I know, yes, too.
I think he lost an eye.
Yeah.
All right, folks, it looks like the sales have stalled. If you want, we're just waiting to hear back from John on the loincloth. If you want a micro brawler, what a cool gift that would be, especially if you have a little youngin' in your life that watches WWE Network or YouTube that may love the Elite action figures. What a great companion piece it would be. Tatanka, why don't you show them one of those micro brawlers again?
Yeah, micro brawlers, if you guys want to check this out. These just came out, brand spanking new, really, really cool. Micro brawlers, I'll sign it too, okay? If you guys want one of these, I'll sign these right now since we are doing the charity. I've been selling these on my website. You can look at my social media, selling like crazy at $50 signed plus $5 for shipping. I'll do it as we close out right now for $40 and $5 shipping. That's in the U.S. If it's international, shipping is $18. I've been doing so many of these all over the world and all throughout the U.S. So again, signed, $40 and $5 shipping. So $45 in the U.S. You get this signed. You can't even. The cost just to buy it the way it is $25.
Wow.
So you're getting a signature less than $20.
And that's better than the price for the photos.
It's the season of Christmas, okay? We don't want to forget the time it is. Want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous 2021. Have hope and faith that 2021 is going to be a great year, not like the crazy 2020 we've had. But even with 2020, with all the craziness, I have to say I've had one of my best years this year, even doing the COVID time and all these crazy shutdowns. So I'm very thankful. I thank God.
John Flower says, 4 of us want a Mr. Perfect story. Well, before you respond, you know what, John?
Someone said $650. If I had $650.
If they had $650, they'd buy it.
Oh, okay.
John Flower, if you guys want a Mr. Perfect story, how about a great donation to the toy drive? We have the super chat going. We have autographed photos available. We have micro brawlers. We have the loincloth. I'm sure he could come up with a great Mr. Perfect story if you guys want to contribute to what we're doing. It's very expensive to be in this studio, folks.
Yes.
Tatanka, do you plan on coming back to Germany after the pandemic? Greetings from Frankfurt.
From Frankfurt, yeah, we're definitely going to Germany. Actually, I'm going to be in the UK for Monopoly events in April. That's already been booked. Doing stuff at other international places in June of next year. Yes, Germany is fantastic. I've always loved coming to Germany. Great wrestling fans there. in Germany. They've always loved the era, the nostalgic era of World Wrestling
Right.
Federation. They love it in the German area, all throughout Germany. So I appreciate the German fans, and looking forward to coming back to Germany, having a schnitzel and a good beer over there, but a schnitzel and some fries. You know, I love the food over there. Great food too, great fans.
I think it's fair to say to the European fans,
Yes.
the early 90s WWF era to them is like the mid 80s boom in the United States.
Yes, correct. Yes. They love it. They love that era.
Angel Ramos, thank you very much for the super chat. John M says 500 for the cloth. I don't think that's going to do it, John, but we appreciate the deal.
Is that still the same John?
That's the same John M over in Somerville, Massachusetts, right down the street.
Is that the guy who was talking to us earlier? Who we made the offer to?
Yes.
Okay.
He said 500 cash. He's right down the street. But again, folks, we're getting ready to wrap up. It's 10.
We'll do, see, I'm going to even tease you even more. We'll do 600 cash.
So you're knocking off $900.
600 cash. Since we're not going to do it, if you're not going to do it PayPal, then we'll do 600 cash.
Well, you know what?
Because they charge you 4% pretty much anyway with PayPal. That's the reason I'm doing that. If you're going to do cash, then you get it signed personally from me, and you get a picture personally with Tatanka right here in the studio since you're so close.
And where he's here, he can actually come and meet you where he's here in this
right
down
you
the
can come and
street.
meet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're waiting for, but jump all over that, man.
John, brother.
Bees the honey, baby. Bees the honey.
Brother, we got a couple of minutes. Let us know. Any wrestling fans out there, the offer is on the table as well for a little bit more because of the PayPal fees. But John, where you are a Somerville, Mass native,
$650 PayPal, 600 cash right now. And believe me, it's not a problem because I can hold on to it, and after this event and going into next year,
you'll get
1,500.
Easy.
So not worried about it, but wanted to offer this to you guys for something for holiday time, to be able to get something for a great price, but also wanted to give free items with it so you could give something to someone else that normally would cost $20. I mean, these the Legends card signs are normally $20. These 15 plus sign, normally $20. These are great magnets, fantastic magnets, quality magnets, as you can see. Great digital work on these magnets. So don't forget, you get 6 of those and 3 Legends cards. So you got 9 items to give away free just by getting the loincloth and your own personal 8x10.
John, because I think he's crazy, I'm going to go a little further. If you want to come down to the studio now, in addition to everything he just mentioned, I'll throw in a Warlord autograph photo.
Oh, wow.
I'll throw in a Savio Vega autograph photo. And I'll throw in a Marty Jannetty autograph photo.
Wow.
So, because we love Christmas and we love our neighbors here in the Boston area.
There you go. Walmart special. You just got it.
That's how much Paul Bearer means to us, baby.
You got it.
And if next time Tony Atlas is here, I'll let you keep him. But that's a different story for a different time.
Cool.
All right, fans, we have just a couple of minutes. John, let us know, brother.
Yeah,
we'll
let us
give
know.
it to you for 6.
Well, I thank all the fans because you guys loaded up the room. A lot of fans here. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. We appreciate all the support. Look forward to all the great things with Tatanka. There's other things that I'm working on that's even bigger and badder than World Wrestling Federation. Don't forget, I'm still on contract with WWE. Could show up anywhere, just like WrestleMania 32. But most important thing, going to have a lot of memorabilia, merchandise on me. Like, again, the WWF Legends Elite figure coming out, Series 9, exclusively at Target. Should be any day, weeks now, and my original ring debut. So again, there's much stuff to do there. And of course, we know that the door to the Hall of Fame is also open too.
And it's going to be open wider.
Yeah, going to be a longevity here with all you WWE Universe fans.
Troy Corsi, come on, folks. $650 is nuts. I got a family to feed. Troy, he's knocking over $900 off what he can get just about any weekend for that ring-worn gear. And you know what? He's got a family to feed too, brother.
We've done well. I'm doing you guys the favor on this and that. Yes,
now, wait
correct.
a minute. John M. is back. John, I have a Hasbro that you could have signed too. So, John, are you asking as part of the package, will he autograph the action figure?
Yeah, is that what he's asking?
Because I don't think that would be a problem if he was going to come right down the street with the $600. Guardian of Chaos, thank you, brother, for your super chat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, if he wants me to sign a Hasbro for him, that's no problem. I'll do that for him free of charge.
Guardian Chaos says, thanks to Tatanka, happy holidays. I worked a handful of events together back in the early 2000s. Thank you.
Cool, man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you.
But
That's
John,
awesome.
John, we're waiting
Happy
on you,
holiday
brother.
to you, too, my friend. We appreciate you.
We're right here, downtown Melrose, Massachusetts. The zip code of champion 02176. The Guardian of Chaos said he was a manager and he took the bumps for you.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
good. He made you look good.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, John, come on, brother. Let us know. 600, we'll sign it all for you right down the street.
Tatanka looks great. Thank you, man.
We got to know.
It's that Native American blood. Plus, I'm working out 5 days a week, cardio, watching the diet, staying healthy. You know, again, best thing is when I seen Vince in 2005, he looked at me and said, Tatanka, you look the same. I looked at him and said, Vince, you look the same too. So it's that famous thing. We're like wine, natives. We age better as the years go on. So I'm very, very thankful. But again, a lot of hard work, working out, clean life, clean living. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy myself and have a good time. But, you know, work hard and working out and watching my diet and clean living.
Well, it's like the Simon Cowell song. He's got Native American blood.
Yep, Native American blood in my veins, and I'll fight.
In the World Wrestling
And the World Wrestling Federation.
All right, folks, we're running out of time. John, if you want to, you've got to send us a message ASAP. ASAP. Anthony, you said you want an autograph to put with your Bret Hart Macho Man. I'm going to put the link up one more time. Please send the payment immediately. We have stayed a half an hour past the time I told the studio we'd be here, and they're going to castrate me.
Yeah, we got cameras all over. This is the studio, guys. It's a really nice setup here. Absolutely awesome. Thank you for all the guys staying in the room. You know, big, large number here. Like you said, last weekend wasn't like this weekend, but that's because Tatanka is here, the Native American Tatanka. Got a great fan base. We appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. WWE Universe is absolutely awesome. Again, wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas. Look at all the great things that you have in your life. Don't look at the things that you don't have. Be appreciative for the things that you do have. Have hope that 2021 is going to be a bigger and better year. It will be. And just enjoy your time with your loved ones, your close friends, your significant other, whoever that may be. Make sure that you enjoy your time with those that you love and spend most of your days with each and every day. They're our most precious gift, our family and friends. And so enjoy your Christmas and have, again, a very, very happy New Year too. Bring in 2021 with a bang.
All right. Well, what was it? Hold on. Davio B, if I was in Boston, I would fly to the studio for the... Oh, if he was in Boston. Well, Davio, if you're interested, shoot us a message. We could still hook you up with the loincloth. I don't think we're going to hear back from John. John, if you are interested, shoot us an email. We're running out of time right now, folks.
Correct.
It has been a great time with Tatanka. You are genuinely going to not like but love the content we produce today.
We'll mail the loincloth. Let them know we'll mail the loincloth wherever it needs to go.
Yeah, right. I mean, you don't have to be in Massachusetts to buy this. This was just an offer for a local.
Yeah.
Anyone, anywhere in the world, if you are interested in this, he will sell it to you.
Yeah, we'll sell this and send it anywhere in the world. Of course, internationally, more shipping. But again, in the U.S., very, very limited shipping cost on this.
Yeah, that'll cost just a few bucks.
Yeah.
So again, folks, if you're not watching this live and you're still interested in the loincloth, shoot us an email. I'd be happy to set you up with Tatanka, or you could even message him on his Facebook if you're a friend of his. Otherwise, shoot us an email, and we'd be very happy. This is, look at that, Big Ink Studios. You said it bluntly, brother. This is a fundraiser. No time for tire kickers. You're a good man.
Tire kickers. That's a good one.
We are emanating from Boston, Massachusetts, believe it or not, where we are Boston Wrestling. Don't be too shocked, but we're in Boston. All right, folks, we thank you for joining us. If you're interested in the loincloth, the mini brawlers, let us know. I'd be happy to set it up. Chris is a great man. We look forward to the interviews coming your way. I want to have him back here in Boston much sooner than later. John M., I don't know where you went.
Where you at, John?
John, if you're interested, again, you know, we're in the Boston area.
I'm surprised you haven't jumped on the $600 offer.
Shoot us a message on Facebook or Twitter. I'll have it on my cell phone. We could even try and set it up before Chris goes home. For all you great fans that have joined us around the corner, around the world, we love you. We thank you to all the VIPs, especially, that have really done a lot of good to help the toy drive. And everyone that purchased an individual autographed picture. Every one of those pictures means a lot. John Flower, I said, brother, if you make a donation, he'll give you a Mr. Perfect story. But we're just about out of time now. I'm going to hit the refresh button one more time to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yep. And then it's onward we go to fill our stomachs, because it's been a long day.
Long day.
Especially coming in from down in beautiful, sunny
Florida.
It is not as warm here in Boston today, that's for sure. All right, folks, we're out of time. Let me double check the chat.
Let's see the chat. John M. needs what? Another week
John
of
M. John, you let us down, brother, but you know what? We appreciate you tuning in otherwise. If your circumstances change hands, give us a shout. But if you do it via PayPal, the price has to bump up a little bit because of all the fees that PayPal charges. They pay
Ask
us.
them if there's anybody, make an offer anybody. See what anybody wants to offer.
Is there
knowing that we're at 750, make an offer.
Is there anyone in the room that wants to make an offer for the loincloth before we go? I want it if I had the money, but with all the airfare tickets I've had to buy, Linda's ready to castrate me. If I walked home with that, my dear Lord, I'd need to be wearing that forever.
I think you'd just be wearing the loincloth, right? I think you'd get away if you come home just in the loincloth, nothing else.
My clothes would be out on the lawn. All right, folks.
Someone just asked, ring one, yes.
Joe Shipley, yes, that is a ring-used loincloth. It's in one of the 8x10 photos that Tatanka has been autographing tonight. Maria Davis says, Merry Christmas, Tatanka.
Merry Christmas to you, too. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Maria is a first-class lady, one of our super fans. Oh, Julian said John left the chat. Thank you for that, Julian.
Okay, thank you.
All right, folks. Within the next minute, anyone want to make an offer?
How about one with the ring gear? He just asked about the ring gear before we get off, so we know that we appreciate you. Thank you for me having memories, too. I know you're saying thank me for the memories, but thank you. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are the one who get us electrified to do everything that we do in the squared circle.
Ibzan Arroyo, thank you, brother. How was Nikolai Volkov in 94, really quick?
Nikolai was great, man, in 94, you know? I mean, just, you know what? Another great character, Russian character, you know? And then singing the national anthem. Come on, man. The Russian. Yeah. I know. Absolutely
I don't
unbelievable,
know the words.
right?
I'm sorry, Russians. All right, folks, we're not hearing from you, so if you're interested in the loincloth, reach out to us via social media. We'd be happy to help set it up. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with the brand new Impact Wrestling World Champion, Rich Swann. Tatanka, any final thoughts as Matt Daddy takes us off the air?
Just Merry Christmas to all you guys. Thank you for all your support. Believe in your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not possible. I'm sitting right here when everyone told me I shouldn't leave my 6-digit career job and come to WWF and chase a dream. Well, I made it to WWF. So don't listen to the naysayers. Chase your dreams. 2021. Have an awesome Christmas and a prosperous and happy new year in 2021. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all
a good night.
Fans, if you're interested in the loincloth, hit us up on social media. We'll set it up for you. Have a good night and a happy holidays, baby.